All right, put that like that. Got the gimbal here that I'm using as a tripod. I'm gonna try that out and let some people get into the live here, the live stream. While you guys are waiting, for those of you that are here, good evening, everybody. It's right now Friday, July 28th, 2023. It's 5:54 p.m. Eastern. Just moments ago, we had a severe thunderstorm warning for the Montreal region pop up. And there's the radar. So I'll wait a minute until everybody gets settled in. And if you are getting bad weather, let me know in the comments, the chat section, the chat board. There's an old Google Chrome laptop that I've had for, what, 3 years now? 4 years. Very basic, but does the job. So I'll give it another minute or so, let everybody join. We got Dominic here, Jeremy, Nick. My plan tonight was to go film the RTL 90 bus and the 45 bus, but I don't know if I'm going to go out. I'll see. If I don't do it tonight, it'll have to be on the weekend, but I don't know if there's any Arctics on the weekend. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Probably stay out for an hour or two. I don't know. I'm not really in the mood to be out much tonight. I'm kind of tired a bit, but I just want to get one bus ride in at least for historical purposes, you know. So comments, here we go. Let's go to comments. Get some iced tea here while I wait. And by the way, I'm using the gimbal as a tripod. So I'm not using my hands to hold the camera. I'm actually using the gimbal, and it has 3 legs on the bottom. And I'm using that to basically hold the camera. And maybe I'll put this here. There we go. I don't know if I can zoom in a bit. Maybe, maybe not. Oh yeah, a little bit. Not too much. The YouTube app is not the best for zooming in and out. Alright guys, so hopefully this works. Put this in a little closer. It's not always good, you know, filming or streaming another screen, because you have that, I don't know if you can see that effect there. It's like the lines and stuff. Kind of interesting. Anyway, so I'll get to it here. Let everybody get settled. A bit of iced tea here. All right, so good evening, everybody. It's right now Friday, July 28th, 2023. It's exactly, what are we, 5:57 p.m. Eastern. And here's my latest live stream, answering your questions, responding to your comments. And whatever I respond to, or whoever I respond to verbally, I'll write the response later on. And first of all, check the chat board here. So we got Nathan, Jeremy, we got Bus Metro STM, Transit D, Dominic. Nick is here. Good to see you again, Nick. Still going to meet you eventually. He's in Lac Saint Jean right now. Dan Alexander. Dan is in the Halifax area, or the Truro area of Nova Scotia. He got hit pretty hard by that rainstorm the other day. We got Waffle Wizard, who's saying use windy.com. Yeah, Windy is a good website. Windy's a nice interactive weather map. Pretty cool. I like it. STO 1601 is here. All right, guys. So first we got a question on the chat board. Why is my profile green? And we got Mirage here, Quebec Buff. I was just with him the other day, doing some collaboration, Fire Station 10, during my lunch break. Didn't get any action though, so I don't know if it was really a collaboration, but got to chat. He told me some interesting things coming up for new fire trucks and whatnot, so hopefully we'll collaborate someday and get lucky in terms of an actual response. So yeah guys, so good evening, and we got a question first in the chat board asking, why is my profile picture, does it have green? Well, that's because the REM Light Metro officially got inaugurated today. If you heard the news, or if you even seen it yourself, there was a big ceremony this morning at Brossard Station. We had the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau there, the Premier, the Mayor of Montreal, Brossard was there as well. And they cut the ribbon, and there was a couple of folks in the transit community that were lucky enough to be invited there today. So good for them. Of course, the open house is tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday the same time as well. And Monday is the official start of service. So I put my profile picture like sort of green, which is the same as the REM colors. Just a little tribute. Yeah, so I'm going to keep it there for a week or so. And that idea, by the way, was from TechNet 990. He also did that. I'll see if I could pull up his YouTube page here. I'll just show you what he did. See, the good thing about using the tripod arms on this is I can actually type with both hands. It's a bit easier, so. And it's better for you guys because, well, it looks a little bit more smoother. So we'll see if that thunderstorm comes into the Montreal area. I don't know if, did he change his logo yet? Looks like his logo is still the same. Maybe he didn't do it yet. Maybe he's going to do it for Monday. But in his community post, does he have it on here? Yeah, there it is. There's his logo that he's going to use. So pretty cool, eh? He has the green and the white, and the dark green, the lime, and the white, and the colors are that of the REM. Hard to see here, but he also has this little logo as well. Scroll down here. Maybe you could see it a bit better here. Well, anyways, it's hard to see there, but yeah, you get the idea. He basically made his logo with the REM colors, the green. So that inspired me. And also worth noting, the logo that I have was made by him as well. And I just added the green to it. He didn't seem to like what I did with it. He said it didn't look too good. You know, I just kept it simple. I just added green to it. But anyways, so check Gab out, TechNet 990. So let's go here to the questions and the comments on my videos, and I'll get back to the chat board on and off here. So Ryan's asking, because I made a post today mentioning I will be there tomorrow for the open house, if anyone wants to say hi. I don't know what time at. I'll be there for part of the day. Ryan's asking, what station am I going to be at? Well, I really don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow in terms of a trajectory or a plan. I'm thinking of maybe boarding at Central Station and filming the actual ride instead of the stations at first, and then go back and film the stations, because I think my main priority is to film a ride on the REM to get that out of the way. But they have suggested that if you want to board the REM, do it at Ile de Sor or Ducartier or Panama stations, because apparently Brossard and Central Station are going to be the busiest stations. So they're recommending you board somewhere in the middle of the line. So maybe I'll go to Ile de Sor, Nuns Island, and start there. I don't know exactly what station I'll be at them all, but I don't know where I'm going to start or finish. I will visit every station, and in terms of filming, well, we'll see. I might not even film. I might do a little video of each station, but once things quiet down in the next week or so, I'm going to do more thorough videos of the stations because it's going to be crowded, as you can imagine. And the more crowded it is, the less of the actual station you see. So be patient. I will get eventually, probably within the next maybe 2 weeks to months from now, I will get thorough videos of the stations. But it's going to be hectic at first. There's going to be a lot of people. So I'll still do a basic video to show you what they look like. But in terms of long quality videos, I'm going to wait till the excitement calms down. So we'll see tomorrow where I am. I will be there though. Service disruptions always happen at the wrong time. Yeah, that's very true. That's responding to a service disruption in the metro that I filmed during F1 weekend. Very true, Anthony. They do occur at the wrong time. Oh yeah, I wanted to filter out here the videos that I have not responded to yet, because that's the whole point of this. I haven't responded. What is automatic mode on the metro? I believe it's when the metro operator only has to control the doors, I think, and leaving the station. I think like in between the stations, it's all automatic, the approach and everything to the next station, the speed. And manual mode, I think they control everything, the speed and the brakes and everything. They usually use that if there's like a obstruction in the tunnel or if there's construction. TLC Snow Team, this is Jorma. He's a lawn care person in the West Island, saying he's going to be there tomorrow morning. He's going to bike to Lino Gru Metro Station. Wow, from the West Island, probably. And he's leaving his place at 5:45 a.m. to start biking. So he lives, I think, in Pierrefonds, Jorma. He does lawn care, snow removal. Check his channel out. So he's going to be biking there. That's pretty impressive, all the way from Pierrefonds. So we'll see you there, Jorma, if we run into each other. Sky Sim saying all the condo owners are going to love that sound. Yeah, so there's been complaints about noise between, I guess, Central Station and Nuns Island. Mainly in, I guess, Griffintown, that area, where it's mostly residential. People complaining about the noise of the REM train. They're going to maybe put sound barriers or something. But I mean, not really much you could do about it. I mean, there's not really a choice. It is pretty much a limited option of where to build. So I guess maybe they could put sound barriers, but other than that, I guess they'll have to get used to it. It's kind of like living near an airport, or whatever. And don't forget, there's train tracks there already. We have the commuter train lines for Mont Saint Hilaire and the Mascouche detour. There's also Via Rail trains. But I understand the noise is a bit different than those trains, so I guess they'll adapt, Helium Tram with his famous emojis, always nice to see those, encouraging. Zainad Akbar saying she can't wait to try out the West Island in 2024. And she's super excited. Yeah, so 2024 is when the next phase should open, if everything goes as planned, which is next year. It'll be the West Island branch, I think, Dumontagne and the Lons-la-Orme branch. Nicholas says he will be there as well. So yeah, maybe I'll see you there as well. Nicolas Ashray. Mishlo saying, have I tried pressing the elevator button? Yes, when I did this video, actually, right before I did the video, I pressed the elevator button and didn't work. It basically lit up for a second and then the light went off. So the elevator was disabled. This was a video I did yesterday because they took the fence down and now it's all open. The actual station entrance is open, but there's a gate there, which is always going to be there, I guess, when service ends for the day. But you got to see the elevators and the signs and the escalators up close. They took the big fence down that was there. What else do we have? Alfred, nice update. Looking forward to your opening day videos. Yeah, look, and thanks for that. Fred, he lives in Cornwall. He used to live in Montreal. We got MJ Glason 3194 saying he's been waiting some years that they were gonna redo half station on the REM. I would love to try this week on Saturday almost. So he's saying he's looking forward to. He's gonna hopefully try it. And yeah, we've been waiting years for them to do this project, and it should have been done a long time ago, but there was delays and whatnot. It is what it is. Vince 12 saying so cool, can't wait to take it. A nice video, thank you. Zainab again saying nice video, elevator world of walker in the wheelchair. She's basically saying that yeah, it's good for, you know, people with reduced mobility. It's universal access, so if you have a wheelchair, a walker, strollers, right away they built elevators. So all the stations on the REM are going to be universally accessible. So that's good news. STO 1601 saying he's so embarrassed. The REM is opening the same day that the O train, the LRT in Ottawa, is supposed to resume. So if you haven't been following, the O train in Ottawa is down again. The O train in Ottawa right now, for the last week, has been out of service because apparently they found mechanical issues, and they're always having issues on this train. And it's a good example of why I guess they waited for the REM. You know, they wanted to be safe and make sure everything was working properly. We'll see what happens when the REM opens. Who knows, we might have problems too. I hope not, but we'll see. Ryan, great video. The designs look really awesome. Thank you. Yeah, the designs are really cool. I like the signage for the REM. They even have Braille for the visually impaired. Looking forward to visiting Central Station this Saturday again from Ryan. Yeah, he's going to be there. Alex gets around TO. He's going to be in town. He said he passed it yesterday. He's in Montreal for several nights, and he's going to be there for Saturday open house. So maybe I'll see him. Alex gets around TO. I think he's a Toronto-based YouTuber. Does walking videos, transit videos. I'll have to check his channel. It looks kind of good. I browsed through it a bit earlier. It looked interesting. Merkwise is saying bro. He's saying bro, basically. And Jeremy here saying LOL, Montreal interesting things. Because there's a traffic cone here that they turned into a cooling station. They basically attached a hose to the cone, and on hot days they let the water flow. So if you want to see that, check out that video. Cariano Campo, I told you the storm was way too loud. Yeah, this is my thunderstorm video from July 13th, that historical thunderstorm we had. Julie in Indonesia, commenting on my walk through LaSalle from Angrion Park to Bishop Howard Street, saying it's super beautiful, and I must admit this is one of the most beautiful, stunning scenery my eyes have ever seen. Love it so much. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, you're welcome. And yeah, Angrion Park, it's a park in the middle of the city, sort of like Mont Royal. So I mean, if this is beautiful, imagine what it looks like in other places around Montreal, like Mont Tremblant or, you know, Cap Saint-Jacques. There's many places like this that are even more beautiful. But for the city, this is special, Angrion Park. So yeah, definitely gonna do more nature videos. Alex again saying he's gonna be here. Maybe he'll see me there. He's a YouTuber. Yeah, so Alex, I'll definitely look out for you if you're there. Giovanni saying I love you, Canada, on one of my thunderstorm videos. Thank you, wherever you are. Good video, Pat, for my very early metro ride on a Sunday. That's the same morning I walked through LaSalle. Very early. I was up 24 hours because I was resting that Saturday. It's basically up from midnight Saturday into Sunday until midnight Sunday into Monday, so a full 24 hours. I'll check the chat board soon in this live video, guys, don't worry. Beautiful cab view, my left eye. It looks like a spot welded stainless steel prison cell. Bombardier made no effort to make a halfway aesthetic pleasing workspace for the train driver. Yeah, so this was a comment on the Bombardier Comet train. These have been retired now. They're at the Point St. Charles Exo Yard if you want to see them. They were the single level trains that were on the Candiac line. I got to ride it the last week or so before it retired. And I wish I had ridden it sooner because they're really beautiful trains, really spacious. But the cab, yeah, I see what he means. It's kind of like an interesting space to work in. I guess you get used to it if you're a train driver and train engineman. But yeah, the Comets were beautiful trains, just like the MR90s. Matthews Martin Valancourt said it's beautiful. Talking about my logo that I just made, my temporary logo. Here's George, who's in Edmonton. George says, Angrion Park looks lovely at 6:24 a.m. And he remembers sending me articles about the rail spurs that served a number of factories that used to exist in that area. And one rail spur, like he said, crossed the border of Villemard and LaSalle on a large street going east-west. And going westward, it ended up at the old LaSalle coke plant. Might have been the same rail spur that was along one side of Angrion Park. And yeah, I actually followed this rail spur. If you live in LaSalle or you know the area, there's basically a walking path. It's part-way walking path, and then the other section, it's like hydroelectrical towers. And if you follow it to the west, you'll notice there's actually train tracks still there, and there's like a chemical plant. I think it's around Lafleur Street. What's the other street that is there? There's Lafleur Street, Clément or something, Lafleur. Right where the Mercier Bridge basically begins. Right before you get on the bridge going towards the South Shore. And there's a rail spur there, and there's a chemical plant, and the rail spur ends at a certain point. But if you keep following the direction of where the rail spur ends, there's a big green path, and there's like hydroelectric poles that are there now, pylons. And if you keep walking, eventually they end, they curve off somewhere, and it goes all the way to Angrion Park, and it's not really well kept. It's like tall grass and stuff. Some parts you can walk on, there's a path, other it's like really high vegetation, but if you keep following it, you'll get to Angrion Park. And George pointed out, I noticed that on the map, if you really look carefully, that continues past Angrion Park, curves north near a large street and right to the Lachine Canal, where the coke crane is. The coke plant crane used to be. Still there. Not in service, obviously. Now, what is the coke plant? It's not soda. It was a fuel. They used to make like a coal. It's like a coal type fuel they used to make there. And it's around the area now where Angrion Park is. Angrion Shopping Mall. There's a snow dump around there. So that used to be a big industrial fuel plant. So really interesting to trace historical railway lines where they once were. It's something I'm starting to get into. And abandoned railway lines, they're pretty cool. There's a lot of them in Montreal, especially around St. Patrick Street and Villemard and LaSalle. So we got Bass Guy. This is Jack. By the way, he's going to be tonight at 8 p.m. His show's going to be at 8 p.m. tonight. Check him out. I'm going to probably be there as well chatting. Amazing City Night just after sunset. That's a video from the EXO Rail Yard in Point St. Charles. Did some collaboration with Charles and Chunky Potato, fellow YouTubers. Zainab saying 5 days left till the South Shore Ram opens. Yep. Crazy new logo, love it. Thank you, JDL, appreciate that. Right-handed man, I'm so happy to see the Montreal Metro every day. Yeah, we're blessed to have a Metro system. 6 a.m. Metro ride. Nice. Etorix. Yeah, it's pretty early for me to be on the Metro or be awake, but it was a fun experience. Jean Bolduc says, thanks for your interest in being part of the experience. I'll be watching your video. That's talking about the Ram Open House. Thank you, Jean. I'll be hopefully bringing some decent content tomorrow. And we got Luern here. They said they just Googled the price of where to buy tickets. And they're amazed that you can buy tickets at the Metro stations and we can use our Opus card. They had no idea they were connected in that way. So far, that's the most impressive thing I've heard about the Ram. Okay, I'm lying. I'm also amazed that it runs every 3 minutes. I would have thought it's going on some schedule like every 30 minutes or more. Would have been crappy. Someone who planned it actually understood the requirements. As Jean said, 2.5 minutes at rush hour and every 5 minutes regular, 7 days a week. Yeah, so first of all, the RAM is going to be using the Opus cards, which I have one here, I think. Yep. This is the Opus card in case you're not familiar. This is our bus pass, transit pass for the Montreal region. You can load transit fares on here. So this is going to be used on the RAM. Same system as the metro and the buses. And the schedule, I think, yeah, it's depends on the time of day. It could be like every 3 minutes or so during rush hour. I think 3.5 minutes or something. I'll have to check, 2.5 to 3.5 minutes, something like that. And I think every other time it's around 7 to 10 minutes, something like that. I'll have to look again. But it is operating 20 hours a day. So 20 hours a day, 7 days a week. Same schedule as the metro, basically. If you want to see it, just Google REM Montreal, and you'll see the REM page for any information. I'm gonna finish these comments, guys, and then I'm gonna get to the chat board here. There's probably a lot of comments on here. I'll have to get caught up. Here's a question he's been curious about for a while. So he's saying how the tunnel between metro stations have green signs with the station names pointing in each direction. He noticed that some, not all, but some of the signs for Guy Concordia only say Guy or Guy rather than Guy Concordia. He said, this is the only station I've noticed this mislabeling. And it's only some of the signs. Do you know if there's a reason for it? I really don't know. I know what he's talking about. And I think it's the same case between Berry-UQAM and Jean Drapeau, and I think a couple of other stations in the network. There's a few of them like that. I don't know. Maybe it's maybe the signs got damaged and they just wanted to replace it with the word Guy or Guy. That's a good question. I'll look into that, but I'm not really sure. But I have noticed that, definitely. Good question, though. I'm curious too. So this is that was a question that he asked. This is a general question about the metro. So we have Dan here. Whoops, the real Dan Alexander. I don't know if he's still here or not. In the chat, he lives in Nova Scotia. So he's saying about my church video. This was from St. George's Anglican Church in Montreal near Windsor Station. Beautiful building. That's George actually suggested I did a walking video in there, and I'm going to do an even better one soon, more thorough. He spoke to someone, I think it's the secretary of the church, George in Edmonton knows her. He's going to be getting in contact with her and going to arrange a nice in-depth tour of the church. And he's saying, Dan here, that he's an atheist. Even though he's an atheist, he never gets tired of church buildings. They're interesting places full of history and stories, life, death, and everything in between. Plus, they usually have amazing sound carriage. And that's the thing, man. I love churches. They're, even if you're not religious, not just churches, but mosques, synagogues, temples. I mean, they're full of history. They're full of culture. And in the case of the church, there's amazing stained glass windows. I love stained glass windows. And of course, there's also the magnificent pipe organs that are in those churches. I love the pipe organ. Beautiful instrument. I even got to try it out when I was there. Stuck in a few keys there. I pressed a couple of keys. Really cool. The pipe organ, amazing. Again, from Dan, he likes Gare Central, one of the greatest building in this country. Yeah, Central Station and also Windsor Station. Robert saying, thanks, Sky of the Universe. Always looking forward to your videos. Thanks a lot, Robert. I appreciate every comment like that. It really means a lot. Zainab saying the REM train we have. She's saying, yeah, it's like I mentioned, it's going to be Opus cards. If you're a student, like she says she's a student, you will get to use the Opus card. If you're a student, you're going to get a student rate. For sure. Nathan, he's in Rimouski, far east of Montreal. Where should I go next time I go on vacation? Well, come to Montreal. If you're asking in Montreal where to go, there's lots of places. First of all, try the metro, try the buses. Check out Mont Royal, check out the Old Port, check out the nature parks. countless places. For sure the metro and the buses, for sure the nature parks, St. Anne to Bellevue. Now you got the REM commuter trains. The Montreal Guide, detailed opinion on STL routes, frequency and service. Yeah, I'll respond to this another time about the STL to go into detail. I love the STL buses. Those are the Laval buses, by the way. They serve the Laval area. Very comfortable. I'll say they're comfortable. I love the routes. A lot of them are very long, like the 144, the 51, I think. The 151 as well. I love the STL buses. Very spacious. And the windows open, even on the hybrid buses. So even if there's air conditioning, you still open the windows a bit to get air in, which I think is important. The only thing, and I think a lot of others have mentioned this, is the STL buses their announcements are really quiet for the stops. You can barely hear them sometimes. And I think it was pre-programmed that way. I don't know if it was intentional, but I think that's the loudest they can put it. Also, I like how on the STL buses, the Laval buses, it always says on the display screen, which uses Chrono, by the way. The Montreal ones use the iBus system, which is going to be replaced by Chrono soon enough for Montreal. You'll notice the Laval buses are the displays on the top, where it tells you the next stop when you're inside the bus. It's more colorful, and it also tells you how much time until the terminus. So yeah, STL are great. RTL is great as well for the South Shore. STM, my local one, I do like it. I'm thankful for it, but there could be improvements. Julie, again, this is a video I did of an elevator at Concordia University in Montreal, downtown, saying she likes the inside of the elevator. She likes it, and hopefully next time I can explore more of the university. And yeah, she also asked me to do McGill University. Those are our two main universities that are English in Montreal. So yeah, I'll definitely try to get some walking videos inside of there, carefully, for sure. Thanks again, Pat, for the visit. This was from Base Guy Jack. I visited him in St. Anne de Bellevue a couple of nights, last week. Went around the town, walked around. Always good company, full of stories and wisdom and music. Ryan, great video. Thanks a lot on one of my Metro videos. And yeah, these are all old comments about the fire video with the garbage truck, which I'll get to later. Yeah, so that's about it for comments on here, guys. So I'm going to respond to these over the next few days, in terms of writing. So just want everyone out there to know I appreciate every comment, every question. Even though I can't answer them all, if I don't know the answer, I'll always try to research it. So every comment I do appreciate. So I'm going to go back to the chat board here. Let's see, we got a lot of comments here, and I'm going to get caught up slowly. Where did I leave off? I don't even remember. We'll check here. So Nathan Lebeek. This was earlier on before I started. Talking about the Windy website. There's Mirage. Yeah, so here we are. So Felix, hey, good day to you. I'm at 6 p.m. now, looking at comments from 27 minutes ago. What time will I be live streaming tomorrow? I don't know if I'm going to live stream the REM tomorrow. I might just do videos, maybe a short live stream. And I'm debating whether or not Monday to actually go. If I don't, you know what, I might just live stream tomorrow. I don't know what time. Because Monday morning, it's the first day of service. I might just film Monday night. I don't know. I'll see. Or even Tuesday. I don't know. But look, I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow at some point instead of Monday. It might be more. It might be better. It might be more practical. Yeah. So we'll see tomorrow. I might just do that, Nick. It's a good suggestion. Do a live stream on the REM. Yeah, I definitely could arrange that. Doing the ride. And by the way, guys, the REM has Wi-Fi. Here's that storm cloud. Let's see where it is now. Looks like it dissipated. I don't know if anyone got a storm. Bus Metro Transit D is gonna go tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of people going tomorrow. A lot of transit fans, regular people. Will I film a video about the Lino Group bike rack since it reopened? Oh, really, Felix? The bike rack at Lino Group finally reopened. That shelter, that outdoor shelter they had, reopened it with an Opus card. It actually reopened. Wow. I'll have to check that out. We got Nathan back here. Good day to you. Just need to load the bike rack ticket to your card first. Yeah, you have to, I think, reserve for that. Maybe I'll sign up for it. Who knows? I'll definitely check it out. Ryan, yeah, man, Ryan from the South Shore. Good evening, STO. It won't reopen on July 31st. So the REM will be in service while the O train is out of commission. Interesting. Hey, Suspect Skunky, GG Gaming, good evening. Anthony saying he's learning how to play the pipe organ. That's pretty cool. That's a great instrument to learn. Looks really cool. Hey, what's up, Quebec Buff? Yeah, just responding to comments there, mentioning how we did a collaboration this past week. Nothing out of Station 10, but we met up, talked about some fire topics. Really cool. How come Montreal Metro has blue lights and tunnels? Do they have to do with maintenance? The blue lights, I think, are the emergency stations. So if, there's a situation, I think there's like an exit there, or a phone, or a ladder. I think they're like for emergencies, exactly where there's equipment stationed. The REM has Wi-Fi. The STM should have Wi-Fi. Yeah, I guess it would be too expensive for the STM. But yeah, the REM is going to have Wi-Fi. What else is the REM going to have? No washrooms though at any of the stations. No washrooms. No washrooms. Except for like Central Station and Panama, because their buildings already have them. Like Central Station itself has washrooms, because of course Via Rail uses it, Exo trains use it. Panama has a bus terminus next to it, which has a washroom, just opened up recently. I didn't win this contest. I don't know if anyone out there watching won this. There was a contest to be among the first passengers on board, and they got to go today after the ceremony. I think around 1 p.m. some people got to ride the REM. Lucky winners. So guys, I'm gonna wrap it up for now, but I will be there tomorrow. So tomorrow probably will be there at 9:30 a.m. maybe even earlier to get ahead of the game. I don't know where I'll be. Maybe I'll update my YouTube community posts to keep you all updated. But I will have on a blue shirt, and I will have on either dark shorts or dark pants, and a Canada backpack. So if you see somebody with a really blue shirt, it's probably, I think there's an Under Armour logo on it, then you'll know it's me. Feel free to say hi. And yeah, I don't know, my plan, definitely the priority is to film a train ride, whether it's between one station to another or from one end to the other of the segment, from Central Station to Brossard or vice versa. I'll definitely get videos. I'll do a live stream at some point. But like I said earlier in the chat here, I'm going to wait until the excitement dies down in a couple of weeks, and then I'm going to focus on getting long quality videos of the REM. So, because like I said, if there's so many people there, it's not really good quality, the videos. It's kind of, you can't see much because it's so packed. So I'll get basic videos tomorrow so you get an idea of what it looks like. And then in the next couple of weeks, I'll do more detailed ones. I'll probably do a video of each station, a walking video. Film the elevators and that. And then I'll film a ride. So Felix saying, make sure you have your ABC fares. Yeah, my pleasure. Anthony saying thank you. So Anthony, you're in Boston. Interesting, because Boston, you guys have trains that were made by a Chinese company. Forgot the name of them. Because we have the same trains coming to our. You guys have a subway system, or I think this Chinese company made some trains for the subway. They're building some commuter trains for us. What's the name of that company? I'm gonna look it up now. So apparently they're having some major issues with them. And Felix, I don't think I'm gonna need tickets tomorrow. Yeah, it's the CRRC train. So, yeah, so for tomorrow it should be free. I don't think I really have to worry about tickets. Maybe have some as a backup in case I need it. Something happens with the REM as a backup. Maybe have a couple on hand. So something here about CRRC in Boston. They were having issues with the 404 new red and orange line cars. So I don't know if you've heard about this, Anthony. Maybe you can talk about it. But you guys are having issues with CRRC trains there. Let's see if we could see a picture of that. Go here. Images. So that's them there. So these are trains by CRRC. Problems mount for Boston rail cars. So you guys are having issues. I don't know if it's been fixed. But those are trains in Boston. I don't know if they look familiar, Anthony. Oh, you just visit Boston. Well, hey, still same thing, right? I mean, you might be familiar with this. And here's the ones we're getting for EXO, our local commuter trains. And we do have a few of them now, and I think they're testing them. They're supposed to be in service soon. We're also getting Siemens Charger locomotives. So this is our trains from CRRC we're getting. I think they're called the Tungsten. So here's what our new trains are going to look like from CRRC. So we'll see what happens with that. Oh yeah, for sure, Felix. Yeah, when I do my actual filming, yeah, like my quality filming that I talked about. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get for those videos an evening pass or weekend pass. That's when I usually take those passes out to do those kind of things. So, or maybe a 3-day pass or something, you know. But for sure, I'll load up my fares. So he's saying Boston always seems to be having issues yet, like Ottawa. So STO he lives I think in Gatineau, which is right across from Ottawa. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna maybe rest a little bit and try to get some RTL 45 bus rides, articulated buses, because guess what? The 45 and the 90, they're going to be gone once that REM kicks in officially. So we'll see. Yeah, maybe I'll leave it around 7. Hopefully I'll get an Arctic or two. I do have an evening pass for tonight. If I don't use the evening pass tonight, it can carry over to another night. But yeah, I think I'm going to go and get some rides on the 45 RTL. Hopefully there's a couple of Arctic buses there. And get some rides. Oh, so you live in Ottawa, STO. Okay, cool. Ah, so you're a fan of the STO, but you live in Ottawa. Yeah, well, STO is, of course, in Gatineau. Gatineau's right across from Ottawa. Yeah, so by the way, for Ottawa, I'm going to probably visit sometime. Maybe August or September. So I'll keep you updated on that. Definitely is in the books. I haven't been to Ottawa in a couple of years, especially in terms of a transit themed trip to ride the O train. And yeah, also want to see that new branch that's going to open. There's the Confederation and a Trillium one. Is it the Trillium one that's under construction? I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, the old train has been a disaster from the beginning. We'll see what happens though. Hopefully when I do go, there's no problems. All right, guys. So thank you all for watching again. Yes, keep an eye out tomorrow for a live stream. Any videos I get tomorrow, I'll probably either upload tomorrow night or Sunday night or Saturday day. I'm not sure if I'm going to go Sunday because I might be doing other things, but hopefully whoever I'm with Sunday, the friends I'm with Sunday, they might decide to check out the RAM. I would hope they would be interested, but you know, it's a historical thing. But anyways, tomorrow for sure I'll be there throughout the day. Sunday I'm not sure, maybe in the evening or around 5ish. Monday I'll be going opening day, probably at night, just to see how the crowds are. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll get an evening pass. Monday morning, I don't know yet. If I do go Monday morning, I'll probably just get a 24-hour pass, but I'll figure it out. I'll keep everybody updated on the community posts. So Trillium is supposed to open this fall. That's awesome. That's and it's gonna have the extension, eh? So we'll see. Yeah, maybe I'll time it for the fall. So when that opens, I'll be there. Who knows? Maybe even opening weekend. That would be a cool event to cover. That would be really cool. All right, guys, so keep an eye out for updates. Like I said, I will be there tomorrow. I'll have a blue shirt on, dark pants or shorts, and a Canada backpack. So if you see me, say hi, don't be shy. And as always, more videos to come. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. See y'all soon.